If you have a streak going and you don't talk to that person normally and it's just a streak thing going, I challenge you to end it and see how many people actually hit you up after that.
Let's drop!
Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Uncle Tito back with another video, and if you guys are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe. You know, we keep it 100 out here, and you know, join the family. Thanksgiving did just pass. It was yesterday. Pretty sure this video should be going up Friday if I get it all done. I'm recording this. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, got to spend it with your family, friends, whoever it may be. And to those who couldn't make it home, whether you're still in college, you know, you have work, or you are overseas, first of all, thank you for those people overseas. Not everything plans out the way you want to, but I hope you guys were able to enjoy your Thanksgiving wherever you may be. It sucks not being able to be with family during the holiday season, especially this time. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, for those who were able to spend it with family, I hope you guys did enjoy it. I hope you guys like gained 20 pounds, you know, ate it up. I haven't done one of these videos in like a hot minute. I think since I started this channel, really, I didn't really do much on this channel about just sit downs and just straight talking to the camera and whoever may be listening. But you guys are probably looking at the title, and I don't know what I'm gonna title it, but it's probably gonna be titled something about millennials and like how I don't like this generation or whatever. And you probably clicked on it because you're curious, like, because I am a millennial, or part of that millennial, Generation X, whatever you want to call it. There's different names for it. There's just certain topics, you know, like I love this day and age because of technology influencing, and like the job career that I'm going for, it just helps out and makes it a lot easier than like if I try to be a YouTuber 10 years ago. I probably would have never gotten paid for it. B, it just would have been me posting a video just for, you know, probably family to watch and stuff. But nowadays it's like you have so many different platforms where you can make money, you can share your life and all that and whatnot. So it's like, it is a great time and period and generation that has changed, but at the same time there's a lot of downsides. So the first one I want to get into is friendships. I don't know if it's just my town. Like I grew up in, I would say, a small town, but at the same time it isn't a small town just because I have like San Diego and LA like an hour away from me. Friendships, I really like, in the movies you guys always see, like, you know, the 80s, even the 90s, 70s, back then, you know, everybody from that little neighborhood, all the kids, they knew each other, they were usually friends, you know, they biked around and all that. And I did that as a kid too with Trevor, David, who else? Ryan. We used to get our BMX bikes on the weekdays, weekends, and you know, we'd just text each other, or we'd be playing Xbox or something, you know, just having fun being kids. Go out, meet up, and we'd spend literally the whole day outside just riding bikes. Even at like midnight we'd be riding bikes. Now, as time goes on, you know, we all grow up, we get cars, we start driving instead of walking and biking everywhere, and that part doesn't really, you know, affect me. But it's the fact that, like, you know, Snapchat changed a lot of friendships. People are big on streaks, especially back in my senior year, which was like 2 years ago. Junior, senior year, and like right after high school for me. Even now, streaks are a big thing. People always are doing them, and like some people use streaks as, you know, that's defining their friendship. If it breaks, you know, they get pissed at each other, and honestly, in my opinion, that's stupid. Half the time people just send a streak, the blank screen saying streak, or just, you know, a picture of fucking a tree saying streak. And that, for me personally, is the most irritating thing you can do. I don't wanna, like, if we have a streak going, it's because, you know, we actually have a conversation every now and then. But if you just send me a blank screen with, you know, nothing, how is that defining a friendship? And having the most streaks, how is that, like, a lot of people like, oh, I have like this many streaks going, blah blah blah, and they think, you know, people like them, or they have a lot going. I don't know what they're thinking in their head, but a lot of people I know, they use a bunch of streaks on their Snapchats as, you know, comfort for when they're not actually hanging out with people and whatnot. And my thing is, I'm human interaction. I like hanging out with people. I like talking to people in person. I hate texting unless we're making plans. Snapchat has like definitely changed like the way friendships are. I know there's a couple people I was friends with, and we had a streak going back in high school. And I ended just because, you know, I was tired of just getting a blank screen saying streak. Like, that's the most pointless thing you could ever do or send to me. And, you know, I don't even talk to them anymore just because a stupid thing like that. But yeah, like, for personally me, I just miss the old days of just, you know, actually just hanging out, generally, you know, just doing stuff, being with people just because, you know, they're your friends, you actually like hanging out with them, not because you have nothing better to do. I've had a lot of people, I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate, that just hit you up when they have nothing better to do, when no one else hits them up, and you're just that person, you know, who happens to always have a free schedule, or you always make time for people that you're willing to make time for, and they always just hit you up when they have time, or when they're not busy, or when they have nothing better to do, they're bored, but you're the go-to person. And that's like one of the lamest things you could do. And if you're one of those kind of friendships, you should honestly cut it off, as it might be hard. You might have been friends with that person since you were a little kid, but if that's all they're there for, they're just using you because you're free and they have nothing better to do, then that's not a real friendship. Friends actually hang out with friends just because you guys like hanging out with each other. That's the thing. I can go on and on about that, but I'm gonna keep it rolling. I don't want to make this super long video because I still have to go out and film today. Second topic I want to put an emphasis is relationships. Oh my god. Relationships have changed so much from probably when your parents were our age, or even if you are a parent right now, you guys can probably really relate to this. You're probably watching your kids, how everything's changed. Like I said, social media has changed a lot. It made it a lot easier to meet people, like Tinder. If you use Tinder, there's nothing wrong with that. It honestly is probably the best way to meet people. You can meet them across the country, across the freaking world if you wanted to, and that's cool and all, but a lot of relationships are built through texting and DMing and Tindering. I don't know how you do that. Messaging on Tinder, we'll just say that Tindering is not a thing. All those are built off of online online interactions, and not personal. And sometimes you'll meet them in person and it's a little awkward because you guys have been talking so long over text or whatever, and talking in person is just a totally different vibe, and everything's just different when you talk in person compared to Snapchat or something like that. And me personally, I would say I'm super old school. I wish I grew up in the 80s, 90s area, just because dating and just everything else was different during that time. But nowadays, everybody's super fast-paced with relationships. They want this, they want that done, and then social media followings, a lot. There's a checklist you have to follow, and it's you have to have this many followers, you have to, blah blah blah. And there are some people out there who don't care about social media followings, but a lot of people do care about that, and a lot of people care about their clout and numbers and all that stuff. It's a big impact onto who you can date, who you want to date, who you can't date, and all that. And it's really stupid in my opinion. If you like someone, who cares how many Instagram followers they have? Who cares how many Twitter followers they have? All that. And another thing is the hookup scene. It's that's probably I don't know how big it was back then, just because people don't really talk about it, but I guarantee nowadays it's a lot bigger than it was when our parents were growing up our age during this time. And it's just everybody's just I feel like everybody's cold-hearted at this point, just because they get all their attention and interaction from social media. So in person it's just they don't care. They'll do a one-night stand with someone and never talk to them again, and all that stuff. And a lot of people just don't know how to just actually get to know a person, actually build a relationship up. It's just they talk for a week or two, and then boom, they're dating. And a lot of those relationships they break up within a month or two, and then they get back together, all that jazz. But I just don't, me personally, I don't understand. Like I said, I'm old school. I like to, go to the person's house, meet up with them, pick them up, take them out somewhere. And my thing is, I prefer to pay, but if they want to pay, they can pay too. I'm not judging. What is that thing called? The equal. I don't know what I'm saying. Another thing, this goes for friendships and relationships, whatever. Knows how to use a door anymore. People text each other. I still walk up to doors and knock on them and ring the doorbell. I might shoot them a text if we just have to go real quick, but most of the time if we're going to go hang out, I walk up to the door, ring the doorbell. People will literally sit outside your house for 10 minutes and just text you nonstop, when you can just walk up to the door, ring the doorbell. That goes for friends and picking up people, all that. And I was just that's the most pointless thing to do. Just knock on the door. That's what the door is for, okay, people? I'm just on a rant right now. I haven't ranted a rant video in a while. I don't know if this is gonna go up, but if you guys are seeing this part right now, that means it did go up, and I decided to edit it and post it. I don't know, it's hot in here, but I hope you guys could relate to some of this. I know a lot of you guys, because most of the people who watch me, you guys are from my age to 35. I even have people in the 60s. You guys are my biggest demographic. If you guys did relate to this, make sure you leave a like for me, Comment down how you guys you know, like your friendships, relationships, if you liked it back then, how it was, or how you like it now. If you like fast-paced, you know, you like to take it slow, all that. Comment down below for me, let me know. I'd like to see, you know, how many people are like me, you know, they like to keep it old school and, you know, do all the open the doors and shit for the ladies, all that. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like for me. And as you guys, it's been your boy Tito. To the next video, we'll see ya. Peace. Remember guys, you do bleh.
I know this might sound crazy, yeah. I've been thinking a lot about you lately.